Yeah, I could say that the battery is securely and perfectly connected to the machine, and but I see that there is only 27% of the power, and hello, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you how I can change the battery for MacBook Pro 15-inch Retina display mid 2012, and the model is 81398. And you know that Apple makes different models every year, so you have to make sure what model of your laptop before you can place the order for the battery. I placed this order for the battery a few days ago on Amazon, and it shipped to my home very fast. By the way, I would like to do a quick review about the electric screwdriver that I bought a few days ago from Amazon. So the battery comes in the package with kit of removal tool that can help me to remove the old battery easily. Now I'm gonna lay the screen protection paper between the screen and the keyboard while I'm working on the back cover of the Mac. After putting the screen protection paper on, I'm going to close the back of the Mac and start to remove the 10 screws here. I decided to buy this battery from the seller because it comes with the removal kit. It's so convenient. So I don't have to look around and buy the removal kit separately. Inside the box is a warranty card, instruction how to install the battery. It also comes with Torx 6 screwdriver, and the second one is pentalobe screwdriver. I'm gonna use mine 1.2 millimeter screw bit, pentalobe screw bit, or you can call that the star screw bit, and insert into the driver and start to remove all the screws in the back of the Mac. This electric screwdriver is very easy to use. There are two buttons. The one on the top is to drive out the screw, and the bottom one is to drive in the screws. And I have to remove the 10 screws out of the back cover of the Mac. In order not to mix up all the screws, you can use the magnetic plate to hold the screws. As you can see that there are 8 screws with the same size and 2 with a different size, which are smaller than the other 8 screws. And I lay all of them in their directions after I remove them from the back cover of the Mac, so I won't mix them up. As you can see that over the time the machine has got a lot of dust inside, so I have to clean it up before I can remove the original battery and put the new one in. As you can see that the original battery still looks very good. It is in a good shape, but it doesn't hold the power even though I charged it until 100%. But it runs for about 6-7 minutes and automatically shut down. So you see that the new battery is the same size with the original one, and this is the correct type of the battery. You can see that the power cable and the plug is in the right side, a little bit off the center. Now I'm going to peel this tape off so we can remove the 2 screws that hold the battery into the case. I'm gonna use the Torx T4 to remove it. It is the size of the screwdriver that comes with the battery. You can see that. The battery comes with 2 screwdrivers. One is pentalobe, and one is the T4, Torx T4. And just because I want to test and review the electric screwdriver that I bought, and it works very well. And then I'm gonna remove the power plug. You should use the plastic pry or fingernail to lift it off in order not to short circuit. And then use a hand blower to blow the dust off. And next I'm going to remove this tape. This is the original tape that has the name, the manufacturer printed on it, and used to hold the battery for more secure. So again, I'm gonna use the plastic pry to peel it off, and hopefully I'm not gonna wreck this tape, and I can reuse it when I put the new battery in. In the market, you may see there are many brands of battery, but I see that this brand of battery has more capacity, more power. It has 8680 milliamp. You can see that it also has two screw holes that exactly the same with the original one. So I'm going to use an empty eye drop little jug and use 80% of alcohol, and pump the alcohol into this little jug. And then I'm going to use this little jug of alcohol to squeeze the alcohol into the bottom of the battery so that I can remove the battery easily. So I start to insert the pry from the bottom of the battery and squeeze some alcohol in it, and you can see that I can lift it up very easily. Using a plastic pry is safer than the metal pry, as the metal pry is hard and may damage the aluminum case of the Mac. And I insert the pry on the side of the battery and squeeze some alcohol onto the pry and let the alcohol flow into the bottom of the battery. There are 3 lines of the glue underneath of each section of the battery. So I find out that it is easier to insert the pry from the bottom edge of the battery and push the pry all the way in. So while you're working in the center section of the battery, you have to be careful because underneath of this section is the touchpad, and make sure that you have to be careful not to damage the touchpad. And then I will lay the battery in, but before I lay the battery in, I'm going to remove the glue residue. I'm gonna use the little jug of alcohol, and squeeze some alcohol onto these lines of glue, and use the plastic pry to scrape it. It is a pry but also works as a scraper. When you work on this area, this is a square black plastic plate. It's also the base of the touchpad, and you have to be careful not to damage the touchpad. It seems that alcohol isn't working very well on removing the glue residue. I use a Q-tip soaking into gasoline and wipe it on these lines of glue, and instantly I can remove the glue very easily. As you can see that gasoline works very well on removing the glue residue. I continue wiping on these lines of the plate and peel it off, and then you can drop a few gasoline drop on a towel paper and wipe it on this plate, and you can see that all residue is just gone. Then I'm using the blower, a hand blower, to blow all the dust away, and now it looks nice and clean. And I start laying down the battery. Pay attention to the bottom edge of the battery. It have to be underneath of that screw holes. So before I can lay it down, I have to remove the protection film to expose the new glue lines in the back of the battery, so it can stick into the aluminum case of the Mac. Actually, this protection film is to protect the glue or the adhesive from the dust. When we install the battery, we have to remove it before we lay the battery down to the case. Pay attention to the bottom edge of the battery. I insert the bottom edge of the battery underneath the chassis screw holes and lay it flat. Also pay attention to the screw holes of the battery. Align the screw holes of the battery with the screw holes of the case. And then I insert the power plug. Then I'm going to put the screws on the screw holes of the battery and the screw holes on the chassis to secure the battery. Now I temporarily put the back cover of the Mac on, but I'm not gonna put on the screws in yet. And then I turn it over and open the screen. Then remove the screen protection paper, blow away some dust, and power on. Yeah, I could say that the battery is securely and perfectly connected to the machine. And but I see that there is only 27% of the power, and that makes sense. And it's for the safety reason while shipping by air, so the manufacturer didn't want to charge it fully. They charge only some percentage of the battery. So now I'm going to go to about this Mac and check system report. I'm going to click onto the power, and I can see that all the information shows here, and it was just installed, and I can see that the name of the manufacturer SNSYIY, and this also printed on the box, SNSYIY. So now I'm going to close on the windows and shut down the machine and start to put on the screws in the back cover and charge it to fully charge, and then calibrate the battery for the first time of use in order to maximize and optimize the lifespan of the battery. Before I put the back cover on and put on the screws in, yeah, remember to peel off the battery protection film and put the label on that. And this is the original tape that I put it back, and put the back cover on and start to put the screws in. So I'm gonna use the 1.2 millimeter pentalobe screwdriver bit, and just because I want to test the electric screwdriver, and it works pretty well. It comes with a metal box and 48 screw bits of all types, and put on the screws in. And remember that there are 8 screws with the same size, and 2 little screws in the back center. So when I remove them, I put them in the directions, so that when I put them back, I don't accidentally mix them up. And if you mix them up, you may damage the screws, or you may damage the screw holes in the aluminum case of the Mac. Alright, now I'm gonna turn it over and plug the power cable in and charge it to full, and then calibrate it for the first time use in order to maximize the lifespan of the battery. And that's it. This is how to change the battery that I would like to share with you. If you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe the channel. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.